Thanks for staying with us. In political news, Chuck Schumer and other Democrats are standing with survivors of the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This as they introduce legislation to eliminate the statute of limitations for victims. This development comes just one day after Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell refused to answer questions about her crimes during a virtual deposition. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
Justice should not expire.
Standing alongside survivors who say they were abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Virginia Giuffre's family, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer introduced a bill he called Virginia's Law.
It allows survivors to seek accountability when they're ready, when they're strong enough.
The proposed legislation would eliminate the statute of limitations that prevents some victims of sexual abuse from taking action against those they are accusing.
Change must mean justice, not someday, not in speeches.
The development comes just one day after Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell refused to answer questions about the case during a virtual deposition before House lawmakers.
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Maxwell's attorneys say she would be willing to cooperate if granted clemency by President Trump. Her attorney also says she would testify Trump is innocent of any wrongdoing.
I don't think she is going to be helpful at all to anyone in this unless and until she can get a promise that she'll be let out of jail.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers have also begun viewing the DOJ's unredacted Epstein files, with Congress members Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna alleging powerful individuals are being protected.
What I saw that bothered me were the names of at least 6 men that have been redacted that are likely incriminated by their inclusion in these files.
They should be releasing these documents. We have many avenues where we can compel that legally.
The Miami Herald is reporting the files include an account from a former Palm Beach police chief who said President Trump told him that everyone knew of Epstein's activities, and he called Maxwell Epstein's operative, saying she is, quote, evil. The DOJ says it's not aware of any corroborating evidence that the president contacted law enforcement 20 years ago.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is facing bipartisan calls to resign over new revelations contained in the recent batch of files about his apparent close relationship with Epstein.